I've got a table full of data here, but how do I get the rows out of it? I need a select statement. To get the data, all you need to write is select star from, and then put the name of your table. Run it, and the database will return the entire contents of your table. This is all well and good, but usually you only want one or two of the rows from your table. Select everything, and you need to sift through the rows yourself to find what you're looking for. This is okay if your table only has a few rows of like this, but what if it's got millions, billions, or even trillions of rows? It'd be better if you could limit the rows coming out of your database. Fortunately, you can, with a where clause. You use this to apply conditions to columns of your tables. The most basic way is to search for rows where a column equals another value. You can combine conditions on different columns, and further restricts the output to those rows matching both clauses, or expands your results to include those that match any of them. Sometimes you might have multiple values you want to look for in a column. You could use OR to chain these together, but this quickly gets awkward. Luckily, there's an easier way. Use in and you can combine these into one. This works well if you have a specific list of values. But if the column stores continuous values, this quickly gets painful. To search for a range of values, use an inequality. These are operators such as less than, greater than or equal to, and so on. You can also use between to search for values within an upper and lower bound. Note this includes values at both boundaries, so be careful, or you may end up double counting. Inequalities work well with numbers, but they're not so effective on text. Here, you'll like to use like. A basic like is identical to equals. To unlock its full power, you need to use wildcards. Oracle Database has 2 wildcard characters. Here we can see some in their natural habitat. If we can get close to one, we can see, yes, this is an underscore. This matches any single character. Let's keep going. There, yes. Isn't she a beauty? Here we have a percent wildcard. This matches any number of characters. With these, you can find strings similar to your search text. For everything we've discussed so far, you can negate the results using the not condition. This returns you everything that doesn't match your search. We've discussed how to filter the rows, but so far we haven't talked about the columns. At the start, we used select star. This means return all the columns from the table. But just as you often only want a couple of the rows from the table, a lot of the time you'll only want a couple of the columns as well. Doing this is easy. Just list them out in the select clause. This is a good idea because you transfer less data. There are many other benefits to selecting exactly the columns you want, which we'll discuss in future videos. Before we finish, there's one important thing left to discuss, and that's right, nothing. Or, as it's known in database terms, null. The unknown, the void. Null is the absence of information. This is an important concept that we'll cover fully in a future video, but for now, know that null breaks all the rules we've discussed so far. Null is neither equal to nor not equal to anything. If you want to find rows with a null value, you must use the is null condition. Or to do the opposite, find everything with a value, use the is not null condition. We've looked at how to filter the rows coming out of one table, but often when working with databases, you want to fetch related rows from 2 or more tables. To do that, you need a join. Take a look at how to do this in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to learn more about database development and see SQL magic.